Hello, I'm Kev, your living proof that you're never too old, and these are my thoughts on this week's Deathstroke Rebirth one-shot DC Rebirth type book. Beware, there are spoilers ahead. Now, this book confused me of all the Rebirth books that we've had so far, and also some of the ones that didn't actually necessarily get a rebirth. They just went straight in with an issue 1. This one probably is the one in my mind that deserves it the least. Why is Deathstroke getting a rebirth book? Why is he getting a new series, let alone a rebirth? But he gets a rebirth book as well. It becomes slightly more obvious on one of the first pages, really, when we get quite a big splash image of him. And he looks an awful lot like Deadpool. And obviously when you've got Deadpool big in the cinemas and Suicide Squad big in the cinema, perhaps the whole anti-hero thing is a thing at the moment. I don't know how well Deathstroke traditionally fits into that category because I'm not really a Deathstroke guy. All I know about Deathstroke is what I know from the Arrow TV show. I've never read a Deathstroke book. And because of that, I didn't really have any idea what was going on in this one, other than the fact that it was really well written. It's basically split into 2 parts, and we transition back and forth between the 2. We have the story of Slade with his kids when he still has 2 eyes, being a bit of a, not a traditional family man, because he's obviously got a little bit of an edge to him. He's a bit of a nutter, kills a whole family of bears, because why wouldn't you kill a whole family of bears in front of your 2 sons? So we get that part of it to give us a bit of background, which I guess we're going to get more of to find out how Slade ended up the way he is. But it then transitions back to the other half of the book, where we've got his life as a dangerous mercenary with 1 eye and a bad attitude, and he just goes around killing lots of people. Now, I don't know who he's killing, why he's killing them, who the big bad is, because I don't really know anything about Deathstroke. What I do know is it was, I guess it ticked the box of being a rebirth issue, because it kind of threw all this new stuff at me, but it didn't overwhelm me. I don't really get where it's going, but I'm intrigued to find out more, and I guess that's the point of the rebirth issue. So definitely going to pick up issue 1 of this one whenever it comes out. I guess as it got a rebirth, it'll probably be a fortnightly release, so pick that up in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to have to do a lot in that first issue of the first arc to convince me to stay on board long term, just because there's so much stuff in this DC Rebirth at the moment, and this is one that seems like it's very much standalone and I could probably save my money on. But I am intrigued on this one. I will check out the next one, and it is well worth you checking out as well, even if, like me, you know nothing at all about Deathstroke. It's the joy of the DC Rebirth stuff being so cheap. We can try this stuff out, and occasionally we find a little gem like this one that's worth pursuing further. Art was really good on it as well. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on this episode for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Click just here for the playlist of all of the other books from this week on my pull list, my thoughts on all of those. They're all in this beautiful playlist over here that sort of in front of my hands, and you can see my hands there. And let me know down in the comments if you've read this issue and what you thought of it as well. Thank you very much for watching.